So every year we have Christmas dinner at my aunt's house, and she always has like a special theme for the dinner. It's not your normal, turkey and mashed potatoes and whatnot. Like one year it was Mexican food, and another year it was like wings. And you don't know what the theme is until you show up. So it's always really exciting because you know it's gonna be something awesome. And she goes all out. Well, one year, we didn't know it at the time, of course, but we were about to come sit down to an amazing seafood dinner. At least we would have if the power hadn't gone out at our house. So everyone shows up, there's no power, lights are off, there's uncooked fish all over the place. Long story short, we ended up snacking on some bologna and mayo sandwiches on white bread, and that was our Christmas dinner. So not exactly the best Christmas dinner, but it was certainly memorable.
Every Christmas Eve is unconventional for the Houtsma household. We're kind of crazy and different, and instead of having this really fancy feast, we have tacos every Christmas Eve, and it is like the most delicious meal. I look forward to it every year, but here's where it gets kind of weird. We still like to be fancy, so we have tacos in candlelight, and we have china, and we prepare this beautiful feast, and we have Jell-O afterwards. So it's just this unconventional tradition that we do every year, but it is something that I look forward to every single year.
With or without the pandemic, our Christmas traditions always look different. Greg is a firefighter and he works shift work, so almost every year he's working some holiday. This year he's working Christmas Day, so we have to have Christmas on Christmas Eve. This has happened every year. So even though our holiday always looks different with or without a pandemic, it's always memorable, and there are certain things that we keep as traditions, even though it could be on a different day than it's supposed to be.
A time that my family had an unconventional Christmas was when I was about 4 years old. We went to Mexico for Christmas to visit my grandparents. And while we were there, it was actually a lot colder than we were expecting it to be, so we hadn't packed very well. And as we were all going to sit down for our Christmas meal, we were cuddled up in blankets, and they had brought in space heaters. And when we sat down to eat, we realized that we didn't have enough plates for everyone. And for Christmas that year, I had gotten a set of pink plastic plates to play with in my kitchen set. And so my family all sat down for Christmas dinner and ate off of pink plastic plates together.
Our first Christmas as a married couple did not go as planned. First off, I worked part-time at a movie theater, so I had to spend the whole morning and late into the afternoon working because people like to go to the movies on Christmas.
But as a bonus, because he worked at the movie theater, I got to sit and watch movies all the time while he worked that day.
Then after a long shift, we had this grand idea that we'd go home and we'd make our own personal pizzas and watch a Christmas movie together.
But I completely botched dinner. It was inedible. It was disgusting. So what are we gonna do on Christmas Day?
Well, the only options were Chinese food or Jack in the Box. So we went through the Jack in the Box drive-thru and we ate like a king and a queen.
It was quite an unexpected first Christmas together, but incredibly memorable.
We all know that 2020 was an unconventional year where nothing went as planned.
From the great toilet paper shortage,
To canceled plans.
From not seeing loved ones as often.
to navigating financial uncertainty.
It can be hard not to let these difficult times interrupt our celebration this year.
even though our Christmas traditions don't look or feel the same as years past,
This Christmas can be a reminder to us as we celebrate the arrival of Jesus that it's not dependent on our Christmas traditions.
Each Christmas is a new opportunity to reflect on his birth and have an encounter with Jesus.
Let's not be caught up in what we can't do, but rather what we can do.
Which is to pursue Jesus with our whole heart and our whole life.
Merry Christmas, Hub City Church.
Merry Christmas, Hub City!
Merry Christmas, Hub City Church.
Merry Christmas, Hub City.
Merry Christmas, Hub City Church.
Merry Christmas, Hub City.